Today we are going to practice our introductions um, again because on Monday you're going to say your introductions in class. Um, don't be intimidated. You could have a cheat sheet in front of you. I don't care, just as long as uh, you do your introduction by yourself. If you don't want it to be long, um, you could just state your name and say Hino Di Kiong. Um, so my name is blank. Um, but I'm hoping that you will use um, some of the traditional pleasantries. Harala is Atlananas de Gunai Lagan. Um, and then either do more pleasantries or stop there and go into um, stating my name is. You could also do your family lineage if you want. Okay, so let's share screen. We are going to do our um, protocols. And when we get to the class greeting, uh, please keep an eye out for the pleasantries that you yourself might be using in your introduction on Monday. Okay, we all know the drill. Tlajugia Usla. All rise for the Haida Nation anthem. Yo ho wee, yo ho wee, yo wee, hey hi yo ho wee, ho wee, yo wee, hey hi yo ho wee, ah wee, ah wee, yo ho wee. Yo, yo, we, hey, hi, yo, we, we, hey, hi, yo, we, 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 yo, we, yo, we, yo, Howie, 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 hey, hi, yo, Howie, 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 yo. Howie, I ran out of breath at the end. Okay, we are going to go to class prayer and class greeting, and we'll go to introductions. um, and I will go first and I will try to do a long introduction. Okay, class prayer. O Sung Sanawai, O Sanang Itlakdas, O Salana, Hugin Sudas, Kasint Itlanga Gudang. Have pity on what we're saying. Aji Singayan, Talang Kitlagan. We thank you for this day. Ayat Atlan Iku, Kajkat Sangdalanga Talankit Lagan. We thank you for gathering us here today Hugen is das, eat sight. Whatever we're about to do, help us. Daman talang istiye ana, so that we could do it right. How a sing sanawai, how a sanang itlak das, how a salana, akun ant hida. Last greeting. Um, this formal greeting is optional. Um, this line here, Hadala Isis, very traditional. Ditolan, optional. It could mean my friends, my family, or my family and friends. Atlan and Ash de Gunai Lagan, very traditional. Um, and these next two are optional. The last one, um, even though it's optional, it's used quite often. Okay, so let me say it and we'll do the translation. Iti dasa harala isis ditolan atlan anas digunailagan dalang itsa ses digunailagan dalang asan di hangilgan ayat tilan talang skatang dalang as kitlagan Yahawa u had killed talang skata sin. Greetings. This is our formal greeting. You won't find it in any Haida book anywhere. Um, Encarta did a CD of languages around the world, and they chose Haida. And so they recorded Lillian Edenso Petfield in Seattle in the 1990s. And so that's how that formal greeting was saved. Good people, my friends, my family, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you guys have come. I'm honored with your presence. Today we are learning our language. I thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Let's learn Haida. Okay, so now we want to go to Haida introductions. Where did it go? Here it is. Okay, we're going to scroll to the part that we were using with um, different people's names. Okay, here's Hoot High's um, introduction. Here is Hoot's Kadanga's introduction. Geese King introduction. Ho Gulas introduction. I think that's all of you. And okay. Um, I scroll back to the beginning, so I can't look at anything because I'm going to try and do this off the top of my head. Um, Normally I would be standing, but Itidasa Harala Isis Atlan Anas de Gunai Lagan Elizabeth Yeltachi John de Non Uijin Katie John Vandal Collison, Dinan Au Egan, Jenny Vandal Collison Carl Dinanuijan, George Carl D. Chinuijan, Ethel Carl Yates D. Auijan, Ralph Tex Yates D. Hung Uijan, Rob Yates Hinu D. Kiang, Dakjus Iskin Huya Hadas, Hinu Hadkish D. Kiang, D. Hatagan, D. Yalagan, D. U Yuklin Gagan, Chan Sil Tlustan Udi Hasi Ejan, Ausfly Duth Ejan, Ausfly Eight Uth Nagan, Hot Kills Skatan. How So I said, greetings, good people. I am happy to be here. My great great grandmother was Elizabeth Yeltatsi John. My great grandmother was Katie John Vandal Collison. Um, my let's see, my grandmother was Jenny Vandal Collison Carl. My my grandfather was George Carl. My mother was Ethel Carl Yates. My father was Ralph Tex Yates. And then I stated my name and I stated my two Haida names. And then I went into ethnicity. So I said I was Haida. Then I went into emoji by saying I'm Raven. Then I went into clan by saying I'm a man of the Aklanas clan. And then I stated one of my crests was the double fin killer whale. I stated that I'm from Craig and that I live in Craig and that I'm a Haida language scholar and that and then I just ended with Hawa'u. Um, thank you, plural. Um, so that gives you an idea of a long introduction. It could have been longer. I could have stated where I work, where I go to school. Um, yeah, it would have taken a lot longer if I stated all my siblings. um, okay, let's start going around the room, practicing. Um, look for the tone marks. For instance, this part here is gooding, and the last part is I. So gooding I. You could hear where the tone mark goes in that word. Gooding I. Same with this word, except for the tone marks at the beginning. Lagen, lagen. So high and then lower tone. There's not much difference between the two, but there is a difference. Uh, then the second thing we have to practice is the flow. Atlan an ash di goodinai lagen. Hoot hai hinuhat kish di kiang. So there should be a flow, right? Instead of uh, stilted or hesitant. Um, okay, I think I need to make this 75%. Can't see everything. Um, Tammy, I'll say yours, and then I'll turn it over to you. Hadala is Atlan Anas de Goodnight Lagan, Tammy Garza Hino de Kion, Hot Hai Hinu Hadkish de Kion. That's it for the Haida part. Um, Hot Hai, you want to practice?
Yes. Hoodalai Allah is. But I might have you feed it to me because it helps me with the flow. So,
Okay, let's start with the first phrase. I'll say it and then you say it.
thank you.
Hadala Isis,
Hoodalai Isis,
Atlan Anash,
Atlan an Alf,
Di Goodinai Lagan.
Di Goodinai Lagen.
And then state your name and then Hinu Di Kiang.
Tammy Hinu di Kiang. Hoot Hai Hinu Hot Kil di Kiang.
Hot Hai Hinu Hat Kish Di Kiang.
Hoot Hai Hinu Hot Kil di Kiang.
I didn't do a fair job on the phonetics. I should have an L in here. Kish.
Kil.
The Hulagan, Schlungel La Alyagan, great job. We're gonna keep going around the room until we feel or you feel that you've gotten more comfortable. Boots Padangas, Dashwe Gusu,
Hadala Isis Hotlin Al di Goodinai Lagang Puts Kadang As Inu Hotkil di Kiyang.
Hulagan,
Oh.
Ha'a.
He forgot his name.
Oh, yes.
Sir Claremont.
Oh,
Yes. Sebastian Inu di Kiyang.
how
The I have write something. I don't know if it's correct. I will try. Die tadai tlalai dan wak alf nalgang. I am 30-year old. I don't know
Oh.
if I have.
Okay, let's add that. So it should be, wait a second, I gotta make sure not to break it up in the wrong place. Let me get rid of that red squiggly line. And so right here, the Tadai
Tlalai.
Lalai
Tlalai.
Shunish.
Ah.
Hayden. There's different ways of doing it. This
Okay.
is the one I remember. Hayden is to be thus. So
I found it on the AIDA phrase book.
The Alaskan Haida phrase book. Yeah, and she has two examples in there. This one, if we're to break it apart, I'm not going to do the literal meaning, but be to die. This comes from to die comes from the word tat, which is cold. And in this case, they're using it as a winter or a year. But in Haida Psyche, it would be my winters uh, 30, I survived. So it was kind of like I survived 30 winters.
Okay, okay.
So let's get some phonetics going. D to die. Lalai. Oh, wait. This would be another L. Lalai. Uh, Lunish. Edun.
Edun.
Can you understand my phonetics?
Yes, that's perfect.
Kadangas?
Yes,
Okay.
perfect. Now,
Hulagan. Okay. That's cool that you added something personable into your introduction. All of you or any of you can add what you want. Okay. Keith King.
Hadala is Atlan Akshti Goodna Lagan. The Big Bear Alexander Hinu di Kiang is Ken Hinu had Kikti Kiang.
Hulagan. How um oh Gulas.
Mute.
Oh, you're on mute.
I'm on mute, but my camera works.
Oh,
Okay. Figured it out. Okay. Adela ist es Atlan an how die Gudenai Lagan. I'm sorry, I have this. I can do this. Adela ist es Atlan an all die Gudenai Lagan. Tony Bennett Hinu di Kiang. Haugulas Hinu Hadkith di Kiang.
Hulagan. How you did it. You get to pat yourself on the back. Okay. Now we're gonna go back through Hoot High. If you'll say your introduction again
Mhm.
and
Ready?
and also give your English translation.
Okay. Hadala is Atlan und auf die Gunai lagen. Tammy Inhu die Kiang Hoot Hai in Hood Kill. Let me try that again. Hoot Hai Hinu Hat Kill di Kiang. And good people, I am happy to be here. My name is Tammy. My Haida nickname is Hoot Hai or Sunshine Eagle in Old Haida. Is there more under that? Let me see. Move my little screen
Yeah, and it just ends with
Hawa. Hawa.
Hulagan. Shlangula Hauyagan, great job. Okay, Hoots Kadungas.
I will try with my name.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes when I try to highlight it, it moves it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it
No
as
worries.
is.
Halala Isis Hatlin un als die Gudinai Lagan. Sebastian Hinu di Kiang. Huts Kadangas Hinu Hatkils di Kiang. Vi Tadai Tlalai Tlunil Hidang. Good people, I'm happy to be here. My name is Sebastian. My Aida nickname is Hut Kadangas. I'm 30 years old. Awa.
Hulagan, how okay,
Rob,
East Skin. Huh?
Rob, isn't it protocol that when we say our first name in English, we also say our last name?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Thank you, understood.
Yeah.
I very much dislike my last name, so I frequently try to use it.
Same.
It's just a leftover married name, and all my Haida names, you know how it is. You
There's
just
still a
pick
few
one.
Yeah, I think it doesn't sound good in English, so okay.
there's a few Garzas still in Heidelberg.
Mine's an old married name from down south, like way down south. So it's just, it matches my kids, made it easier.
Now it's
And
on me, right?
I actually have a lot of lineage to that name for my children. Respectfully, I've seen the charts. So there's an extensive lineage to the, and if I were to be proper with it, I'd have to say De La Garza. So I might have to say it that way.
There you go. Okay. Hadala is Atlan an Akdiga Nailag. Big Bear Alexander Hinu di Kyang is Ken Hinu had Kyang. Good people, I'm happy to be here. My name is Big Bear Alexander. My Haida name is Gisken Ha'a.
Hulagan. Okay. Ho Gulas. Das way Gusu.
Padala ist es. Acklen an auf die guten Eilagen. Tony Bennett, Hinu die Hogulas, Hinu hot young. Good people, I'm happy to be here. My name is Tony Bennett. My Haida nickname is Hogulas. Hawa.
Hulagan, how Dung Susula Anu Nathan Ejung. By the way, where is Nathan? He's
What
probably
I know
busy with
is
work.
I spent a few days with him. We went and made baskets last week. And when we were, he literally stayed locked in his office from 9 in the morning till after 6. I had to bring him food. I don't know what's going on, but something's going on. He's very, very busy.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I haven't talked to him today, but
It's
yeah.
amazing when he uses that AI technology
Huh,
and
yeah.
um uh and it looks like, God, how many months did you work on this? And he's like, months? It took me a couple hours. um,
Yeah,
uh
that's amazing.
yeah, really smart guy. Um I wish I had AI technology because I have in my advanced HIDA class, I have so much writing to do. If I could tell AI um, what I wanted uh, written, then it could be done lickety split. But then if I wanted it typed up in HIDA, then we would have to teach the AI Xaad Kil. But
There's a lot of finesse to this language that I see that if you grew up speaking English, It's worded very differently. So there is some finesse here that it's hard to learn unless you're immersed in it.
And then you have the different dialects. So
Yeah.
there's a movement trying to get Xaad Kil to one dialect. But I can remember the elders saying, don't you dare let them take away our language. We have our own language. Um, so that's what would happen is if you took all the dialects and put them to one, yeah, it would make things easier to learn the language of having only one orthography, but then um, you use your you lose the dialects, and we would lose um, the Alaskan Haida dialect, and so
You lose a lot of subtext when you do it.
yeah, so
I think you lose jargon too. Like sometimes when we listen to traditional speakers, we can pick up dialect and jargon
Right.
if
Yeah.
we
They
know
would
the
have
dialects. It's like saying you can't speak a New York accent anymore, or a Bronx, or a down south Texas. That just doesn't make sense.
yeah, one of my students got crushed when I think I told you guys this before, but um, I told him "scusi" was Haida jargon. It wasn't actually a Haida word. It's Haida jargon of uh, the English words "good seed." And he was crushed. And he was like, "Oh no, "scusi" it's one of my favorite Haida words." And he was crushed that it's Haida jargon and not really Haida. But I noticed in the dictionary, a lot of our Haida jargon is in the dictionary, like it's a real Haida word. But some of those words are actually um, jargon. Some of them are more obvious, like when we say Dalanai. And of course, we got Dala from dollar. So Dalanai is the bank. um, so some of our Haida jargon is obvious, some of it not so much. Okay,
like soup.
I went down a rabbit hole. Um,
yeah.
I Tammy, I think you just got done finished with your introduction.
I think it was Tony, but I'm not quite sure how to say your name. I would love to though.
How glass.
Algalas.
Oh, it's Tony. Oh,
Hogulas ang.
I'll
like the
go again.
tool.
Yeah.
Hogulas.
Okay, yeah, he finished. So I must have this set up for your turn, Hoot High.
Hadala is Atlan un alk di Gudenai lagen. Tammy Garza, Tammy Della Garza, hin u Tammy Della Garza, hin u di Kiong, hin u di Kiong. Hoot Hai, hin hu had kill di, hot kill di Kiong. Hawa. Can I try that one just one more time?
And then after you're done with the Haida, give your English translation.
Okay. Adalat is Atlan un auf die Gudenai lagen. Tammy de la Garza hin u di Kiang. Hoot Hai hin u hot kilf di Kiang. Hawa, good people, I am happy to be here. Yomeyama Tammy de la Garza. My name is Tammy of the Garzas. who are of Spanish origin. I won't go there. My nickname is Hoot. My Haida nickname is Hoot High. I gotta see the rest of the screen now. Hoot High, Sunshine Eagle, which means Sunshine Eagle in Old Haida, Hawa. Sorry, that was
Hawa.
rough, but I was trying to add in the correct, because English isn't correct for my Spanish name either. So I wanted to give respect to that part of my married name that I decided to keep.
Is it like that? De la
Yeah.
Garza?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Tammy de la Garza, and it's an old name from Spain. Yeah.
Okay.
And Della just means of the, and Yo me llama means my name is in the Spanish way. So when I lived down there, that's how that name came to be. So I should honor it.
Yeah. There's another way of saying my name is in Spanish. Is it soy?
I don't remember.
Seemed like when I had Spanish class in high school, and we went to a Spanish language conference in Ketchikan. I had a pin on my shirt. I think it said Soy Roberto. But maybe that was I. I'm Robert. I can't remember. That was a lifetime ago. Okay. How hoot hi. Hoots kadangas. Dashwe gusu.
Hadala hisis hotlin als die goodinai lagen. Sébastien Clermont, Hinou di Kiyang. Huts kadang as Hinou hotkil di Kiyang. Di tadai tlalai tlunil hidang. Good people, I'm happy to be here. My name is Sébastien Clermont. My Haida nickname is Huts Kadangas, which means clever brown bear. I'm 30 years old. Hawa.
Hulagan. Okay. Hoots kadangas. Correct me. I'm gonna try to do my introduction en français.
Oh,
It's just one phrase, one simple phrase.
that's perfect.
Je m'appelle Robert.
Perfect.
Okay. Just checking to see if I could still do that. Geeskin or Geeskin.
Adela is Atlan an Achki Goodnight Log, Big Bear Alexander, Hinu di Keong, Gis Ken, Hinu Hot Kikti Keong. Good people, I'm happy to be here. My name is Big Bear Alexander. My hiding name is Ken. Ha.
I like your hidden name, Big Bear. It sounds like a very old name, and you're right. It does have something to do with the seagulls.
Uh-huh. Just the translation's been lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the dictionary even talks about the seagulls. Let me see what it says because I'm curious. Yeah, this is what I thought. So on page 3047, Skin Lana, town of the Gull people, or Sigil
Uh-huh.
town. So there was even um, a town named for them. Um, but long ago, we believed that they were all the animals and birds were people and had their own villages. Like Kilauea town would be underneath the sea, and yeah. So okay, Ho Gulas, Dashwait Gusu.
Padala ist es. Atlinan auf die guten Eilagan. Tony Bennett, Hinu di Kian, Hogulas Hinu Hadkif di Kian. Good people, I'm happy to be here. My name is Tony Bennett. My Haida nickname is Hogulas, which means likes to fish. Hawa.
Okay, you're doing really good, Ho Gulas. When you get to here, it's Lagan.
Laga.
There you go. Perfect. Okay. So we've been through these 3 or 4 times, so we're gonna stop drilling. And take a look at some of our other documents that we stopped going over.
Yeah.
Okay,
Duck juice.
they're on.
Before class or after today, will you help me with a couple of words in this children's book? It's got like 4 different Haida words that I'm not sure how to say.
Oh, we could do it right now.
Is that okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm okay with these ones, but grandfather's Chana. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. Dear one is Dagwang.
Daguan.
Daguan.
Say again.
Daguan.
Dagwan. Is
Mm-hmm.
that better? Dagwan.
Yes.
Grandmother is Nana.
Mm-hmm.
Whale. Kun.
Kun.
Girl. Jadis.
You're
That's all I had. Thank you.
welcome. Good questions. If you hear me say Nani or Chini, just know that's another dialect for
And that's,
grandmother or grandfather.
I've heard Nani and Chinny, and that's what we go by, but I've only heard Nana in English, and it's different. It's like Nana here, right? Or Nana. Can you guys say it for me? Because I've not heard
Nana.
say it.
Nana.
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 Nana. There's the high
Um,
accent. Nana. It's so slight. Nana. Okay. Thank you. Hawa. Hawa. Hawa.
that word is interesting because so many different languages around the world have that name for grandmother. And it could be pronounced a little differently, like you said, Nana, or but it's interesting that that word is so widespread around the globe. And then when I hear, I watch, I watch a lot of Chinese series and kung fu movies and stuff like that, and I could hear some similarities in the language. They say Hawa. Um, darn, I forgot when they say what it means. And then we say hala, like give it to me. It's in well, it's in our men's competition song. Yay, hey, hala. Um,
Uh-huh.
but they use it like hala hala, like stop it, that's enough now. Um, so yeah, I think it's interesting when we hear similarities between other languages and ours. Um, I was gonna, I shared with you before scripted conversation number 17.
Even the term Haida is synonymous with Arabic people.
Yeah, when I Google Haida song, um, there's there's a there's a Haida song that comes up, and it's from the Middle East.
Uh-huh.
And I try to remember the tune of how they sing it. I can't remember the tune. But yeah, it's interesting. They have uh, the same word, and then the Skidegate dialect is the only dialect um, when they say Haida, um, they could spell it in Haida, whereas we have to use Hada or Hottest. Um, but theirs is like underline X Aayda, Haida. Um, so that Skidegate dialect is the only one that has Haida in Haida.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we only have 10 minutes left. Um,
You want to do this anyway?
there's not enough time, is there?
You got 10 minutes.
I've also got a little song in here we could learn to sing. If you want.
It depends on what the song is.
I'll try my best. And I apologize right now to the ancestors for my attempts at the language that may be incorrect. The first line translates to I am a child of the ocean, and it's Sige Gid U Di Igjong. Am I close? S-I
Ejong.
Ejong.
Region.
I hear her calling to me. Di Hal Kayong Kyangong. That one's a difficult one. Di Hal KyaajA or Gaangs. Kyongongs? Gangs?
Kyagagang.
Kyagagung. Dilhal Kyagagun. Hil Gu Dang Gang. Ane Get. This one's too much for me to understand at the moment. I apologize. Di Hal Kyang Hil Gu Guden Gang. And I'm not sure about any of it. I'm not even sure if you can see it. Oh, no, no way. It's going to be too much.
Just
I'll send you
type it.
a copy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to know how to sing that because I have to skip that page every time.
um, and then I think I could get the melody, and um, it would be easier to sing it.
For indulging me. How?
I'm going to skip to the basketball phrases. This was another document that we left off, and we were on page 8. So that's 5. Okay. So today, you heard me say a few times,
How
Plungul la
yagan.
Auyagan. Great job. Some of us are familiar with this one, Hucksta. Come on, get going, get to it, bring it. And there's other ways to say hurry up. This is one of them. Dalunk an hungastu. You guys hurry up. Dalung hung along. You guys are fast. And Waskianan Andalan Hungas Dasang. That's why you guys will go faster. Dalang Skuskau Jiao Nong Nongan Dlu Dalang Dungash Dong. When you guys play basketball, you guys sweat. Dalang Skuskau Jiao Nong Nongan Dlu Dalang Dungash Da Ao Yagan. When you guys played basketball, you guys sweated a lot. Nongan Dlu Di Dungasdong. When I play, I sweat. Di Atan Inagan Dlu Skuskau Jiao Nong Di Gulagan. When I was young, I liked to play basketball. Sun Hits Dlu Awan Skuskau Jiao Nong Di Gulagan. From time to time, I still like to play basketball. Skuskau Jiao Nong Di Gitalang. My children like to play basketball. Skuskau Jiao Nong Di Kwai Nong Hayagan. My older brothers were really good at playing basketball. Hogwas Skuskau Jiao Nong Dunk Gula Uja. Did you enjoy the basketball game last night? Okay, let's find let's go back to the beginning and go around the room. This phrase, Klungul La Hauyagen, has phonetics with it. It can mean great job, singular or plural. Um, Kiskin,
Trungala la aoyagan.
Hogulas, Daswe Gusu,
Lungula, Ao Yagan,
Hoot Hai,
Schlangul la Aujagen.
uh, Hoots Kadangas,
Langula. Oh, Yagang.
Hucksta, Giskin,
Aksta.
Hogulas,
Da,
Hoot Hai,
Hucksta.
Hoots Kadangas,
Axda.
Okay, this one looks tricky, but we have our phonetics. So remember the rule, whatever comes before the HL blend has to be pronounced together. So instead of the lung and it's the lung, Delunk, delunk. Whoa, undo. um, un, hungish, do, hungish, do, hungish, do. So we have delunk, un, hungish, do. Geeskin,
Dalek on Huntingstu.
on, ho, gulas,
The lunk and hunger of you.
on, hoot, high,
Talunk on hungastu.
on, hoots kadungas,
Dalangs and angels do.
on. Okay, we've got about 30 seconds. I'm gonna sing the departure song right quick. Um, come on. Okay. House down, King's song, D2E, D2E. House down, King's song, D2E, D2E. Geek squad hungry, getting lost some. Geek squad hungry, getting lost some. The Monaghan's King, D2E, D2E. The Monaghan's King. D2E, D2E, degrees, D2E, D2E, degrees, D2E, D2E. How are you? Thank you, everyone. Sung, sung, Dylan Watch King song. I'll see all you folks on Thursday. How,
Thursday.
Thursday,
Monday, right?
Monday.
Tuctus?
I'm all confused. Monday. Yeah, I teach 4 different classes. I thought today was a Tuesday class and that we're meeting on Thursday.
I would love
said,
to meet you on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Which class is that?
You could join them through University of Alaska, Juneau campus. They're the beginning HIDA is Monday and Wednesday evenings at 4:30 for 2 hours. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, there's an intermediate class, 4:30 to 6:30. And then there's an advanced story development class, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 11:30. Hoots Kadangas is in that class. So he is learning how to write stories in Haida. So if you go to UAS and you do a class search for spring 2025, and when it comes to subjects, if you select AKLA, those are the free classes. And you could, they don't cost anything.
What is the coding or the initials again of it?
AKLA,
AK, like Alaska language, AKLA. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a jar of Mulligan grease, a piece here for Doug Juice's foul.
What's that?
I said, I think that's a jar of Mulligan grease for each of us for your day foul.
There's a jar of Oregon grease for us where I want the. Okay, weekend guy, last. Have a good weekend, you guys.
Power.
You too. Ah ouais.